Hello everyone, welcome back to more Quick Draft Zendikar Rising. I have some good news for you. After our last run, we can't possibly do worse in this run, right? So really, we're starting with a great asset here, which is a guarantee of being at least as good and quite possibly better. Ooh, what is this? Alright, it's a good, powerful cleric that's black-white, obviously. Seems way better than anything else. You could play Relic Axe and if you like knew you were getting red-white or something. But here I can just like take a good cleric. It even has lifelink. Wow. Okay. It's like this blue rogue thing. Vine Gecko? I feel like I've never seen this one. No, I've seen it once. Okay. It's pretty rare though. It's a kicker synergy, sure. There's actually okay, I mean this is a cleric. I mean, it's a pretty shitty time to be trying like this is a bad pack if you're going to insist on being black white. The question is, do you want to add another color? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. Seagate Banneret like is sort of fine, even though it's a warrior. In a cleric's deck, it's just nice to be able to ramp out or to curve out a little better, be able to play a 1-drop sometimes. But I think Subtle Strike might actually be better. It like can keep an important card alive. I don't know. Seagate Banneret is just like a pretty okay card. It's much better for aggro. But it kind of sucks to draw it. I don't know, even late it's fine because it gets this ability. I think the question is like whether you consider this to be a kind of removal, and I think it kind of is. So I think I should probably take it over Banneret. I could pick up a different color, but there's nothing here that like says, "Oh man, I gotta go blue" or whatever. It's all kind of bad. We could take a cleric. Being able to get back, you know, a 2/2 on the battlefield is cool. And its lifelink ability sort of matters. If we get any of the stuff that wants you to gain life. But it's just like not that good a card. I don't know. It's a 1-mana. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with vigilance. It's pretty well statted, I guess. And we have stuff that cares about clerics. I should probably take it. I don't like this card, but I don't really know why. Its stats are okay for a 2-drop, and its abilities are fine. I just feel like every time it's been played, it's been not good. But okay, it's a 2-drop as well, so that's nice. Here's some nice. I don't know if it's fair to call this evasion. Like, there's a kind of the bread drafting theory, which is like kind of like a beginner's rubric, which I'm a beginner, so I pay attention to it. Which states so like you should sort of draft in the order bombs, i.e., like completely insane cards that win the game on their own, as like top priority. After that, you draft removal. If there's no good removal, you draft something evasive, which I think means means like has the ability to deal damage even if opponent like has blockers that you don't want to attack into. Aggro is your 4th priority, just like something on curve, probably small. And then the last one is like a dud. It's just junk cards you don't want. I've heard that E can be something else. They're like some people say evasive, some people say something else. I don't remember. And so I don't know. Like sure, or Subtle Strike might count as kind of like evasive, not in the sense that it gets damage through, but in the sense that it keeps your creatures alive. I don't know if that's really a thing. But anyway, this also can maybe count as that. And, you know, it's a dual land. These are pretty cool in general. Another Expedition Healer, a Smite the Monstrous, a Blood Price. I think I'll just take this as like, you know, none of the stuff out here is that great. You could take another one of these, but I don't like them that much. I hope to get more good cards, and then I'll play this as like mostly a land, but sometimes keep a creature alive. Put it way over there, please. Base camp. Huh. I mean, I hope to have a lot of clerics, so it could be a thing. Or I could just take Blood Beckoning to like be able to bring this back. Or some other impactful creature I later get. I'd basically be treating this as like a dual land most of the time in my colors, which is nice, but it's not always as good as that. And I think Blood Beckoning is honestly like a pretty nice thing to have available. All right, Core Celebrant is perfect. It's the only card in my colors besides, well, I don't know. There's 2 total duds in my colors. This, again, like, this enchant can be good. I shouldn't talk, you know, so much smack about it, but it's just so hard to main deck that because you play so many decks that just don't have anything where this matters. And when you play a deck where it does matter, you like maybe don't draw it at the right time. So, whereas Core Celebrant is just good in like any white deck, and especially a Cleric's deck. Definitely not taking that. I don't know. It is a draw, you know. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I think Smite the Monstrous is probably the only thing we might play. It's removal, but I've found, like, I don't know, so often I've played entire games where this just sits in my hand because I can't play it. Alright, here, we'll take a lifelink creature because we have cleric stuff that cares about that. Or we hope to. Don't have any yet, actually, which is kind of annoying. But there's a new pack coming up. I could take a large creature. That's probably better than Disenchant, right? I'm not excited about it, but like, it's a 5-drop that can help me get in some damage. Ugh. Practice Tactics? Maybe should have taken the flyer, actually. Okay. Probably not going to play 2 of these. Blood Price is some draw. Okay. Not sure if I'll need it, but maybe. We get the base camp offered again. In what situations is base camp good? It's mainly good when I have land of only one color. And, like, preferably early. Well, because if I have land only one color late, I'm very sad anyway, but I guess this would be a great card in that case. If it's like turn 5 and I still have only plains, I would probably be thrilled to see a base camp. But I'd be happier to see a swamp, of course. And if you're running roughly even land distributions, then if you have 5 plains, the next land you draw is much more likely to be a swamp than a plains. So I feel like this only really helps, like, when you have it on turn 1, like, while you're trying to decide your mulligan, and your hand has like 2 lands of one color and none of the other, and then like this is better than a land of the same color but worse than a land of the other color. I don't know. I don't think this is very good. But, like, is another blood price good? Probably not. But maybe. We have some important cards to try to dig for. Like, I think if I draft Base Camp, I won't play it. And if I draft Blood Price, I probably won't play it, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll want to play 2 of them, right? It could happen. Well, we got Lithoform Blight whether we wanted it or not. Alright, this is a rare, so we should always at least read these. If nothing else, just to be more familiar with them. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white warrior for each creature in your party. If you have a full party, creatures get... Oh my god. I mean, it's really insane if you have a full party, and, like, kind of junk otherwise. It's, like, not junk, it's okay. A 4-mana 3/3 that creates at least 1/1/1? It's okay. But it's not good. Oh, Soaring Thought Thief, huh? I don't think I want to splash blue for this. Yeah, I mean, it's a good card, but only when it synergizes with other stuff. It's not really what I'm up to here. I honestly think Malakir Rebirth is the better play. Better pick. It's very nice as a spell to, like, keep a key creature alive. And it's fine as a land. I'm not very happy with this pack. But, like, from what's in it, I think this is clearly the best card. Skyclave Relic. Okay, so this is like the green-blue relic. Not what I was looking for. This deck is not coming together at all. I mean, we could thwart the grave, but we're not going to have much party. Presumably 1. This is like a 5-mana bring back 2 creatures to the battlefield, which is cool, I guess. Or we can just take this to have some aggro and a chance to sometimes kill them early. Or we can take a Zoth Consumption. Another one of these dual lands that can work as a spell in late game situations. I mean, there's also this, but if I were going to take some landfall thing, I would take the Fledgling. I guess I could just take Vanquish the Weak as, like, some removal. Because I don't really have any yet, right? Yeah. But I don't have a way to kill the opponent at all. Which is why I'm, like, kind of looking at this Fledgling. But I wonder if I should, like, keep the faith, so to speak. Draft more, like, control-y stuff like this and maybe some draw, and hope to draft a win condition eventually. At which point, maybe I don't need this card, but this can help me stabilize. I don't know. I think the Fledgling is just too good to pass up. Sometimes it can win a game by itself, as we have discussed previously. Another Core Celebrant? Or Blood Priest. Not really that great. It's a life gain cleric, I guess. But this is a much better one, because I don't have all this party stuff. More Lithoform Blight, huh? No thanks. Well, okay, now I can take Seagate Banneret in good conscience because nothing else is at all good. I mean, there's this rogue, which probably does nothing most of the time. What if I just took a 2-mana 1/1 with Double Strike? That's probably best. It activates equipment as a thing I could eventually use, or yeah, equipment. That's what those are called. Come on, it's so hard to like. There's this little dead zone in here where like if you put your mouse here, you're not pointing at this or at the deck, so you have to move fast. Anyway, I think yeah, this is an all right card. It's playable by itself, and it makes some more cards playable. This is just not going well. Paired Tactician? I don't want it. But it could combo with my other warrior thing. Okay, I think we must have like made some kind of mistake in drafting that like a more experienced player would recognize, which is like there must be some other player in this simulated pool of 8 players who's trying to build the same deck I am, and that's why I can't get any cards for it. So there's, you know, a stronger, more experienced player recognizes like what cards are still in packs as signals that like players aren't playing those decks, and tries to adjust based on that. I have no idea about that shit, so I don't know. Resolute Strike? Another core celebrant, I guess? Yeah, I mean, another core celebrant. Just waiting for that Blight Priest in the next pack. Probably don't want Oblivion's Hunger. Or any of this, but I don't know, maybe something aggressive could help. Let's say it's small. Probably don't want this either. How are my colors? I'm very white, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Give me something playable. Okay, now I've had this card before. Would I want to splash green for it? Probably not. I just have no counter synergy at all. But it is sort of powerful on its own. Come on. Oh, there it is, the Blight Priest. Okay. That's a card we badly need. And everything else kind of sucks. Like, this is a good card if you have party stuff, and even if you don't, it's fine. Like, I would be happy to pick this. Although not thrilled. I'd be like, great, some removal, okay. But this Blight Priest is like... I don't have any other way to win the game right now, and if I can just get this, like maybe a second one in this pack, please, would be really nice. Another Celebrant to give me more life. I could get another flyer, or I could get a flyer as like that's another win condition though. I don't think the life from like a 4th core Celebrant is that important. This is like a way to connect damage that doesn't rely on me having a Blight Priest. And it's only a bit more, well, okay, it's 2 more mana. But like it's also a cleric. Okay, this pack is going fairly well so far. I hope it stays that way. Could take another Blade Master, or we could take a Vanquish the Weak. I think we want to Vanquish the Weak. Like just every deck should have some removal, and we don't yet. Okay, another core Celebrant, I guess. Sure. I didn't take one earlier, but now there are no better options in the pack. Ugh. a utility knife? That's something. I mean, I have a couple cards that care about equipment and warriors and stuff, or about equipment in general. One of them's in my sideboard, but another Blight Priest. Oh my god, we did it. You just have to have faith. I still don't know if the deck is good. We're not getting any more. I've seen all the packs now. But 2 Blight Priests combining with 4 Core Celebrants and a couple of other useful clerics with life gain abilities is nice to see. Give me another Banneret, I think? Yeah. More aggro tools. Not like very good ones, but fine. I'm still very white, right? Yeah. Which is fine. How many warriors do I have? Just like 2? And I have 3, right. The 2 of these and this guy, the Blade Master. So I'm just looking like, honestly, oh, this is a 4-drop. That's true. And giving that double strike is pretty nuts. I'm just like trying to figure out if I should be drafting this warrior here. Just as like a 2-mana 3/1. If you could like equip it and give it double strike, it would be very useful. And maybe if you put in the paired tactician. But I think, well, okay, another point is 2 of these cards are lands. I would sort of like to play both of them as non-lands, but I might draw them at the wrong time. So I think I can afford to play only 16 lands plus these 2. Which means I can draft a total of 24 cards, including these 2, and then fill the rest with lands. So I'm adding 3 more, and if I do add 3 more, like, is Sellsword or Oblivion's Hunger more likely to fit in? I already have an Oblivion's Hunger, and there's no way I'm putting in 2, right? Yeah, I mean, I could cut the Ox, I guess. I'm not happy about the Oxen. I could cut both of these, in fact. They're just, like, creatures that probably don't do much. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do, is cut them. And then I can put in some more low curve stuff. I don't like having... Oh man, maybe I could even run fewer lands in total because everything I have is so small. And with the Core Celebrant Blight Priest combo, I'm rewarded for playing many small creatures instead of some large ones. So... I could put in the Outrider, right? And... maybe we can afford to draft 25 cards counting these 2. In which case, I think we want the paired tactician back in. And... did I have some equipment in here somewhere? No. But Resolute Strike sort of works. I have enough warriors now and a little equipment. I don't know. Let's wait till I get more equipment before I do that for my 1 utility knife. I don't know. It's a playable combat trick. that, you know, has some upside. Maybe Blood Price would be better to add. Okay, but I don't need a second Oblivion's Hunger, I don't think, either way. Another utility knife? I'll take it. That gives me a reason to draft, ooh, a third utility knife? Okay. That's kind of wacky, but I don't know. I own 4 of all of these already, so whatever. Well, in fairness, I could add this to my collection, but I don't want it, so maybe I'll play that Vampire Warrior, right? Okay, now it has auto-filled my deck with 40 lands, but I kind of want to do that, which is like pretty aggressive, I think, to run. But it's running 17 total lands if you think of these as worse plains and worse swamps. I don't want to think of them that way. I want to think of them as cards, but I have a very low curve, and so I think I want fewer lands. And I'm kind of looking at Blood Price as a way to get me more stuff to play. And also, the life cost doesn't matter at all. I have so much life gain. Honestly, I might just run 2 of these. Spare Supplies eventually draws 2 cards, but it costs the same total amount of mana as Blood Price, and you don't get to look at more cards. Yeah, I think we take another Blood Price. So this deck kind of has 2 themes, right? We have the Cleric theme, and we have a Warrior theme. Neither, like, the Warrior theme is kind of secondary. I do have 5 Warriors. And the Warriors love to be equipped. I don't know. I'm sort of like overdoing it a little. Oh, hang on. I didn't end up actually taking the thing that says you can equip a warrior, which would be like really useful. Because it makes the combat trick even more effective. It's like 1 mana +3/+3, and maybe give it double strike if you happen to have this guy out. So I kind of think we should probably run that and cut something for it. Maybe Blood Beckoning? But Blood Beckoning can, like, I have a couple of pretty sick creatures. Blood Beckoning is some big refill in the mid game, or even in the late game. So I think the thing you might choose to remove would be like a paired Tactician otherwise. But I think I have enough warriors that this is fairly good. The other thing you could do is get rid of the Expedition Healer, which I've talked about being like my least favorite cleric on the planet. I think that's a better choice. It's a cleric. It has lifelink in principle, but also it's a 2-drop, I guess, so it might keep me alive in some aggro matchups. But I mean, I guess I have only 2 actual 1-drops. The rest are all like other things that you might not want to play on 1. I have 3 2-drops. And I'm really, really heavy on 3s. But I think that that's acceptable. Paired Tactician. I could cut that instead. But I feel like on occasion we won't be able to advance our cleric plan, and that will help us advance the warrior plan quite a lot. Whereas I didn't really get any cards that synergize specifically with being a cleric, only with lifelink. Sorry, with life gain in general. And that lifelink card is okay. But it doesn't really advance. You don't get to gain life with it very often. So I think it's not that important. And this, you know. And is it that good as a 2-drop? Usually not. All right, let's try this. We're running 15 lands plus 2 land fixers, which honestly might still be too much. Is that crazy? Since I have these land fixers, but I want to think of them as spells, usually, I think. I don't know, I could cut another planes to put back the Expedition Healer. And like nobody says you should ever run 14 land decks, but this is like could be 16, right? That's what these modal lands are sort of for, is to help if you've drafted too aggressively, or if you've like drawn too little land, you can treat them as lands. I think that's just too much, though. Especially because I do want to curve out and like play a Banneret on 1 and something else on 2. These are not necessarily going to be convenient to play as lands if I get them. So I think this is enough. 15 lands plus 2 spellish things that you can play as lands in an emergency. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully better than 0 wins. Wait, is that the art I want? I want this guy, right? What art did it pick? One of my dual lands or something? Or modal lands? What the hell is this a picture of? Oh, it is. It's a picture of this guy already. Okay. Okay, let me unmute here in a moment. And we'll get started. By the way, I looked it up. There is no setting to change your basic land style. They, for like years, a couple years anyway, a couple years, they've been like, it's a thing we are working on. Sorry, got like, I don't know, my throat got a little scratchy there for a while. I'm drinking water, but it's not working. No mercy. All right, well, we know what to expect. We don't expect any mercy, that's what. I mean, okay, 4 lands is sort of more than I expected, but this is a welcome sight. Oh, this is a little spooky. Red. Okay. Ooh, I actually get a 2-drop. That's great. The best one in my deck. I guess, I mean, it really doesn't matter which land I play. And we play the Blight Priest first because we want to get damage in more than we care about getting more health. Trample. It's warriors. Red, white, warriors. Yeah, makes sense. I think I'm in very good shape this game. Well, as long as I start drawing creatures instead of lands. I can't believe I'm getting so many lands after all the lands I cut. But honestly, even if I just keep drawing only lands, that lets me activate this, so I'm sort of fine either way, honestly. Okay, that's a little bit scary. Yeah, Scavenger's Blade is exactly the card I was imagining. You can hit me for like 6 with that, but I don't know, I have a lot of health. What do I care? Yeah, and attacking with this doesn't work because he can block there. It would kill this guy, which is cool, but attacking with here doesn't work because he can block there. So this is really my only attacker. I wonder if the drafting was just like the guy on my left had all of the was drafting all the clerics, and that's why we didn't get anything in the second pack. And in the third pack, I assume you changed directions, and that's why I started getting more stuff. I mean, this is a little scary. This is attacking for 10. But here's the thing. I actually don't mind killing one of these. That has trample, so blocking here only blocks 4 of the damage. But here I only block 2, and I still die. So I guess I might as well lose to this guy, right? I'm just like looking at Blood Beckoning and being like, I can just play it again, right? I don't want to lose both because I don't want a Blood Beckoning for 4, because then I can't actually play any of them. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Either way, it blocks 4 damage. Oh, no. That guy... Right, I forgot about the double strike. So it was blocking... Yeah, I forgot about this thing's abilities. Okay, that's a little scary. I made a mistake there. Why isn't it even offering to let me kick it? Oh, because it says 2, not up to 2, so it's actually illegal to kick it because it has no targets. I see. Got him. Can't block everything. No! I hate you. He can block everything. Okay, I'm... Oh, but you lost the double strikes. So... I think I can just block here? Because this can gain 4 attack and be a 6/4. Right? I guess he only has enough to upgrade this to... to upgrade it once, but it would still be a 4/4. So I might as well block this way and keep my thing alive. Or I guess it doesn't live because... Oh no, are you gonna, like, burn me? Oh man, what a nail biter, huh? That blunder of blocking the wrong thing with my core celebrant on the previous turn is absolutely what killed me. I forgot about the double strike and about this thing's ability to grow in size. I could have saved 4 damage, and that would have been easily enough. Man, what a game, right? We're both at exactly like one, you know, my opponent was alive by 1 health and I was dead by 1 health. Definitely, I got what I deserved there. Okay, this is fine. Question, do I play this as a land or not? I think I can play this first to let me get out a Banneret and then decide on turn 2 based on like what I draw, because I don't need 2 mana on turn 2. I only need 1. If that, right, to play my Resolute Tactics or Resolute Strike. So it seems likely that I'll play it as a land, but I don't have to necessarily. Okay. It's kind of cool. But I assume I'm not playing my Resolute Strike anyway, right? So I can just play Utility Knife for 1 and then play this face down. Oh, I should have played the Utility Knife first. To get, I forgot it actually equips. Whoops. There's 1 more damage I missed. Hopefully this game doesn't come down to 1 life again. And honestly, this is a paired tactician game more than it is a core celebrant game. I mean, it wasn't totally crazy for me to not play the Utility Knife. I had in mind that, like, maybe something weird would happen where I would need to play Resolute Strike, but that was, like, actually literally impossible. I just, like, hadn't thought it through. So I thought I would, like, keep my options open, was the idea, by not playing the land yet. But since I'm definitely playing the Utility Knife, oh, this is nice. I mean, I guess I give this the counter. It'll be a pretty big creature. Five, 4. It's not a counter, I guess. It's just a +1/+1 till end of turn. Now it gets a counter. What's the plan? He's gonna keep smorking until one of us dies? I don't think I'm gonna do anything different. Ooh, I kind of like those cards. But they were the worst of the ones I started with, so I don't know. It's not the end of the world. My opponent spent the entire turn on that. And now I have the Seagate Banneret ability, so we just go all in here again, just shove everything. Okay. I guess you just want to lose all your stuff, huh? I assume forgot the Seagate Banneret ability is what happened there. I don't need to play this land right now. Keep it in hand to like threaten perhaps some weird combat trick. I don't know, I guess I could have kept the Seagate Banneret back. But that would give an opponent the option of like jump blocking something, which they probably don't want to do, but maybe they do. This is 2 to move, right? 3, oh my goodness. So I don't think I need to play a Plains right now. What could I draw where I would need more than 6 mana? Nothing. If I draw another land, I should play one of them. Because then after that, I might draw something where I want 7 mana somehow. Which is totally realistic, because Seagate Banneret is 5. Okay, this is getting a little bit spooky. But... okay, do I need to... I don't need to play the land, but I probably should, because next turn I might want it for something. Now... I think I swing... Opponent literally must block this, and whatever they block that with dies. And if I buff, they must block something else as well. Probably the Banneret? This will be a 4-4, or threatens to be a 4-4. So you don't really want to block it with anything, but you kind of have to. And so the Banneret, I think, gets in for some damage this way. And that's more important than putting down this thing, is just have the option to kill a bunch of their stuff, which actually I think I probably am doing. Yeah. Well, it depends. Okay. As it is right now, activating this only gets in 1 damage. So I've been given permission to not do it. And instead put in something else that can have a chance to kill them in some alternate way. Okay, there you go. So that was kind of the warrior half of the deck. Trying to win there. We did almost no cleric stuff. Kind of an interesting outcome, right? Like, I'm glad I took them. I don't think black-white is the color to run warriors in. That's why all of our warriors are white. But I just didn't get enough clerics to do the entire thing. I just have like 7 cleric cards that are good together, or whatever number. This is pretty great. This is like a cleric thing. Sure. Awkward draw order. We would prefer to draw that first, obviously. But as long as we just keep drawing more land, we'll be able to play it on curve. Very nice. I don't know, you gonna flash in something with 2 health? Seems unlikely. Anti-cognition would be sick. Doesn't have it. Look at this idiot running a Wizards deck, huh? Everyone knows Wizard decks lose. At least I know that. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not attacking. That's fine. I guess in some sense it was kind of nice to wait on the banner, because I did get to do the extra damage and gain some life with it. But I think I could have done more damage if I'd drawn it earlier. Not really. Maybe just 1. And this way it did 1 anyway. So it turned out totally fine. I'm really looking forward to this Blood Price, since everything else is junk. Pick 2. Well, these look a lot better than the others. Let me tell you. And I think we do not play any lands. Yeah, we just hold, and then next turn we play... What order do we play them in? I'm not even sure. We can get one more counter if we play this first, but we can get 1 more health and 1 more damage if we play the Celebrant first. Oof. Alright. Was that kicked, by the way? It wasn't. Yeah, it was. There go all my 2-drops, including the Blight Priest. That's real mean. I could get rid of this wizard, or this guy, in exchange for my Celebrant. And I just lost my main enabler for Celebrant, plus I have another coming. I think I should actually trade it off. And I think this 2-3 is more important than a 3-3. Because it lets my opponent kind of draw. I don't know. I guess in principle I could have like held it back and it could deter attackers indefinitely. But I have like another one to do that, so we'll see. This is a very good Cinderclasm, though. I take back all the bad things I said about Cinderclasm in the times I was thinking about drafting it. Oh, that's so rude. Well, good news. I'm not going to have to play that as a land today. All I have to do is draw some good cards. But I'm like actually way behind here. Our opponent has so many cards. Okay, that's something. I can get a little damage in this way. Not much. But I think I'm very badly losing here. Maybe if I draw my 2-color cleric thing, the 4 mana, whatever it is, that when it dies you get another cleric back. Then I can get my Blight Priest and get something going. And I can play it twice because of this, sort of. Fine. I'm actually surprised you cared so much about that, but I guess I don't have anything else good, right? So why not? Opponent's not running anything that's going to make me discard, so I might as well just play the swamp. If I get a big draw, I might want mana someday. I'm just way behind. It's pretty cool. Game's flying, yeah. Only one. That's a surprise. Why only one? I cut so many lands. Why am I drawing so many? I mean, randomness, right? But oof. You gonna kick something and bring back a kicker spell? I assume there are kicker spells in there, right? You're just taking Molten Blast. Okay. I see. You don't really want the Cinderclasm anymore. Fair enough. Okay, well, here we go. Draw something incredible. Vanquish the weak? It all stinks. I mean, this is a kicker spell, I guess. It's pretty good if you can kick it, which at the moment I can't. Get rid of one of these 2/2s. It's just like, I don't know. When you're in a position where like clearly everything loses, you still kind of want to try to find the one play that might somehow not lose, or that loses least in case that matters somehow. But opponent has 8 damage coming in, even if I bounce this, so I don't know. I'll just play this for funsies. There you go, take that. He doesn't care about this creature at all. Oh, I couldn't concede in time. Well, this run so far has been a reminder that I can't count on getting the 5 wins every time just because I was doing it for a while. Which is not a surprise, you know. You win some, you lose some. You get lucky, you get unlucky. But remember, I threw away the first game, right? This is not ideal. I sort of wish I had a 3rd mana, but it's totally great without the if I find the 3rd mana. And this is a deck that we drafted low curve on purpose, so I should not be afraid to play it low curve. Discarding forest. Okay, and we got a land. Very nice. I guess we play the utility knife and then attack. Okay, still curving out. Ooh, it's a little scary. Leave this alive feels a bit spooky. I want to play this and then activate landfall, but then I'll only have black mana available, and I really want white mana to be able to make this into a 4/5 to block. I think I actually have to forego the counter here. Feels bad. No, don't tap like that. Are you insane? Oh, I have to. I just don't have 2 white at all. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, so I have to play this instead. I know the rules about Magic's lands and stuff, but I just have like I only like play them via mental shortcuts in ways that are not totally accurate. Okay, yeah, resolve. Notably, I'm like I just think of my mana pool as like a total amount of mana that I have and the set of colors I have available. And that usually works out, but occasionally it doesn't. I should probably remove that more than anything else. Yeah, opponent probably doesn't want to trade 2/1 for 1/2, but if you do, I don't mind that much. Okay. Well, things are sort of under control. Oh, I was going to play this first, thinking like I gain 1 life and then later I do 1 damage, as opposed to like gain 1 damage and gain 1 life, versus like doing nothing and then gaining 1 damage and gaining 1 life. But I actually should have done it in the... I should have played this first before combat, because I have the lifelink trigger. I forgot about that. But now that I've attacked, I might as well play Course Element first. So again, I think here missed some damage. Maybe more, because Blight Priest could maybe even attack in some universes. There's a lot of things I could do here. I could put the equipment onto this guy. Or I could play this and landfall it. Or I could play this and start like reaching. I think I need to do this. This is adding a lot of damage. I can do the utility knife thing eventually. I think I want to save this for a landfall trigger, but I'm not sure. That might actually be greedy. No, I want to save it. Yeah. Because getting this to fly is like really important. Ooh, that's a big dude. I gotta kill him very quickly. Okay. So moving the knife is not actually any better than playing a creature, because it just adds 1 damage, and playing a creature also does one, like, yeah. It does 1 damage for playing it, and also I get the counter. I'm just like not even sure, like, should I play the land right now? I don't think I should. I need it next turn to get more damage in, to get that guaranteed 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, yeah, if I save this, I do threaten lethal. I actually do better than that because I can just swing with a bunch of creatures and he can only block so many, even though they're not flyers. Yeah. So in that case, I could play this now, and it's even better if I draw a land. But I think, yeah, let's actually, because then if I draw a land, I can like play this or a Seagate Banneret or something, which is pretty valuable. And in any case, I still get the 2/2. I get the 1/1 counter, which is more important than. This is 11 damage, so even a kicked Might of Marasa doesn't kill me. Okay, that's pretty cool. That was a close one. I forget if I made any blunders there. Oh yeah, I ordered the clerics wrong. I should have played the Blight Priest first before attacking. I forgot about the lifelink trigger. All right, well we made it to 2 wins. Incredible. We're already an average deck. Sort of. I mean, we have 2 wins and 2 losses, so we've beaten half the decks we've faced. But I think the average, like, I don't know how the statistics should play out. I can't take this. It has 2 key cards, but I need a land, and they're so late. And the rest is kind of underwhelming. This I can take. Yes, thank you. And we put back the Outrider? Sure. I don't know, the Blight Priest might actually be less important because I don't have a Celebrant or any other life gain yet. By the way, I haven't drawn my multicolor card even a single time, which seems a little bit unfair. I think rather than getting 1 extra damage in by playing this swamp, it's way more important to play this face down, so I have land. I have 3 next turn for the Blight Priest. Well, okay, I got it anyway. Probably should buff the Blight Priest, honestly. Well, wait, I only have 3 mana. Don't be an idiot. play the Blight Priest, and you can decide what to buff next turn. Alright, she is my attacker now. Isn't she? Yeah. That looks like a feminine silhouette. Sort of hard to be sure, I guess. That's not really her main vibe. Her main vibe is being a Blight Priest. And I'm actually up to 5 mana, so I can attack again. Because I have the Banneret ability available. If he tries to block. Okay, not gonna threaten to kill me. I could move the equipment over, I guess. But like, wouldn't I rather just activate the Seagate Banneret ability if that becomes useful? I think so. I want her to keep the equipment, so. I do feel losing. I have not drawn enough relevant cards. Are you gonna rabid bite me or something? Surely not. Okay, it has menace, fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Maybe? Opponent seems to be actually racing me instead of just settling back to enjoy their lead. So I might get... like, I might just manage to sneak in enough damage? Weirdly? I shouldn't attack with this guy, right? Even if I buff it, like, he can just double block, and I don't really like that, I don't think. I don't really want to activate my ability. I want to play the Core Celebrant. I think. Maybe I do want to activate it. But is trading this for both of these really good for me? I don't think it is. On the other hand, like... it's only trading it for this one, even. The menace doesn't really matter. And he's just going to attack with it if I don't. I guess I do this. Go for all the damage. Okay. So opponent's chump blocking and I'm getting in damage. Alright. Do I move any equipment? I think the answer is still no. This does not do much more as a 2/4 because it can't block anyway. I guess I could be like swinging with it to like get in more damage because opponent is jump blocking this and you can't. That consumes a blocker, right? If I have more attackers, you take more damage. Is the idea. Or more powerful split attackers. It's a pretty big creature. Oh, no, I thought that was Roiling Regrowth, not Zendikon. I mean, I'm taking a lot of damage here. It's kind of upsetting. Kind of now wish that I had put a knife over there, huh? I think I'm a little bit dead. Maybe I just wait on her, actually. threaten to actually block his thing. His panther cat, whatever, scythe cat. I don't actually seem to be getting lethal anytime soon. Let's move. No. It's better to just have this ability available to give two things, give everything +1/+1, than to move a single +1. Ooh, that's pretty good. Good for you. A flying menace is honestly going to be quite a menace. If I play this, I won't be able to activate Seagate Banneret, but it doesn't really matter because I'm like dead. Either way, I think. Yeah, any attacks that I make don't do anything, so let's not. Okay, there's the Mighty Marasa, okay. I was like, maybe I can get some cool, like, attack with enough stuff to win, but no. Alright. Well, just 2 wins this time. Kind of sad news. But it could be worse. There's that vibrating button. You gotta hate it. I don't really know. I mean, like, I know what went wrong. It was a bad deck, and like I kind of knew it while I was drafting, and I said so. We didn't get enough cleric synergies, and then when we got them, even though we eventually got some at the end, we didn't really draw them together. This thing, which was directing our entire draft, we literally didn't draw a single time. I got like kind of awkward amounts of land in many of my games, but I don't know if that was. I don't know. It was okay. I cut land and I still mostly got too many, so I don't think cutting it was wrong. Should I have cut more? That seems a little egregious. But I did end up using these as land every time, so I guess they were just worse plains and swamps. So maybe I could have just like cut these two and put in 2 more meaningful cards. Although like I didn't draft any, so I don't know what I was supposed to do. Maybe an Ox could have helped in some of those games. Tap a big creature and then go in. I don't know. I didn't have 5 mana very often. Anyway, that's enough of a postmortem. Hope you guys enjoyed this run more than I did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.